Okay, I'm going to attempt to do bushings in this pivot joint right here on my mother-in-law's 310A John Deere backhoe. And I've never done this before. This is my first attempt. I'm going to try and do a quick and dirty. Just remove the keeper, knock the pin out, and then if I can leave the dipper stick there and lower the main boom down just enough to where I can knock the old bushings out, pound in new ones, drive the pin in, we'll be ready to rock and roll. Now that's easier said than done, of course, and I'm doing this by myself, so we'll see how it all shakes down. This has got a lot of slop. I don't know if I can even accurately, I don't know if you can really see it, but it's got probably ½ an inch of slop in there. Makes it really difficult when you're trying to work the functions on this machine, and it's got a really fast swing, so it accentuates everything flopping around when you've got this loose pin and bushing here. So I will yak at you here in a minute when I get everything taken apart. There you have it. Just found the sweet spot and drove the pin out, and then really slowly put the dipper stick down and raise the main boom up, and then push the dipper stick out, then put the main boom down so that the dipper stick, let me sharpen this, so that the dipper stick is still on the ears right here so that it won't, fall over. And these hoses, the main line and the hose here, aren't stretched out and gonna break, but it gives me just enough room to where I can pound the bushings out and then tap in the new ones. And that's what you want. And you don't have to disconnect any hydraulic lines and leak fluid all over the place, and you can successfully accomplish replacing pin and bushings for your main boom to dipper stick. Okay, drove the bushings out. I used a piece of steel stock that I had laying around, and this bushing practically fell out of there, whereas this one here did not. I had to drive it out, and as you can see, it was in pretty tough shape. It had cracks along the side of it. It was pretty wore out. So now we're going to drive the new bushings in. There's 2 of them, obviously. It's a John Deere part number T33933, and I don't know the part number for the pin, but when you call up your John Deere dealer and get the bushings, I'm sure they can hook you up with a pin, no problem. And what I'll do with these bushings is, since this is an old machine, I'm just going to set them in like so, and then lightly tap along the edges. And if it gets hard, see, like this one practically slides in. When it gets hard, if it gets too hard and I'm going to damage the outside edge, I'm going to find a socket or a piece of wood to tap it in the rest of the way, and then grease it up and slide in the new pin. So that's our next step. Okay, new bushings are in. Didn't take very much pounding, really. Just tap, 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 until it went in. Didn't have to get real forceful with it. Did not damage the edges. Everything looks really good. The other side went in even smoother than that. So now it is time to grease up the bushings, and then need to move the main boom up, pull the stick boom in, move the main boom up, pull the stick boom in real slowly until I can drive the pin in, and then put the keeper in and we're done. So on to the next stage. Okay, there it is, finished product. Took me 45 minutes to do this by myself. You could cut this down and do it in half that time if you had a second person. And all I did was, of course every machine's a little different, but swung the door open, and just used the controls here. Lifted it up, lowered it, lifted it up, lowered it, moved the dipper stick in, moved it out, and it took a lot of jacking around, obviously, because I didn't have help. But it all went back together really smooth. So drove the pin in, got my keeper on there, and the 310A is ready to work another day. Thanks again for watching. I hope this video helped you to feel like you can go out and do this on your own machine. It's not that big of a deal. Don't overthink it. Just take your time and do things very slowly. You will have no issues whatsoever. Take care. Have a great day. Bye now.